Hey, I don't know about you, but when you have lots of emails landing in your inbox, it can get confusing with which projects do they go to. Maybe a particular website has got lots of team members, not just in your team, but maybe there's many clients or stakeholders. So how do you remember where things go? This is where Atarim can really help you out with the email support inbox. Once it is set up, every time you get emails that you normally would have got to your normal inbox service, they will now land in Atarim. And if the person sending it is a collaborator or they're part of a project, Atarim will automatically move that email over to one of these projects over here. And if an email lands in where it doesn't know where to go, you can automatically assign it there, and every email from that person will go to that particular project. It is so super cool and easy to set up. Now, I've already set it up here, but I'm going to show you the steps of how to do it. If I go over to the settings and go to email and notification, I'm going to run up the setup wizard again just for you. This is very self-explanatory. Go and put in your name or your business name and the email address. Now, don't forget, this is a standard email address, okay? So people are going to be used to using this anyway. Then you click next step. Now, here is the email that is associated with Atarim. And the way it works is whenever anybody emails you, it will automatically get forwarded to this email and land in the Atarim box. But you do have to do one little thing. You need to copy that email, go over to your hosting provider or wherever this is set up. I'm using SiteGround at the moment, and I went and set up a forward. So I put in info@Web Squadron, and I then popped in the address for where I want it to go. You then hit create, go back over to Atarim and hit verify forwarding. Within seconds or minutes, you'll get an email to say, yep, the verification process is working fine. Well, that was super easy. The second bit, though, is you do have to create some text records. Now, when you look at this, you're probably going to go, whoa, this is a little bit scary. Actually, it's not. Let's just go over to the MX records. We now have to add these two records for the MX. Now, again, if you're not familiar with this, check with your hosting provider, but it is pretty easy to do. If I go to SiteGround and I go to DNS Zone Editor, I'm going to click MX. I'm going to click Add Your Own MX Records. I will use the host name that is here, so I would copy that, paste that in here. The TTL I would leave as is. The priority, again, if you go back over here, it gives you the number, which is 10. Pop that in. And for the destination, you are again given that as well. So there we go. You take that entire value, you can just copy it, and then you click create. And then you would do the same for the second line. As far as the SPF and the DKIM is concerned, these are actually text records. So you would go through the same process again. You would now click text. Again, you would pop in the name and the value you would paste in. And in this case, there's the name, and there is the value that you would put in. Once you've done that, you would just verify. And you'll know when everything's gone through fine because you will get ticks. Now, if you have any problems with this, just check with your hosting provider, but this is actually really simple and easy to do. You can add in further emails that get notified of anything that lands in your inbox, and you can go and create your email signature as well. And if you don't want to use just text, go and drop some HTML in if you want to have a very bespoke looking signature. And here's the fun part. Go and set your notification settings. So every time there is a change or a comment made somewhere, do you want to be notified of them? So I'm back into Atarim. I'm going to click the inbox over here, and here is my email inbox, all verified. Here are our projects. Oh, look, I've just got an email coming. It's requesting me to do some image changes, and there's an image there. Now, this is not currently moved over into any of the projects at the moment because I'm using a different email address. I could notify other team members. I could change the urgency of this to say a hi. I could even say it's in progress or anything like that. But if I go over to Tech Info, I'm going to assign this to Web Squadron. And that task will now be moved over to Web Squadron down here. And not only has it moved over, but the item has now become a task. That's how brilliant it is. It doesn't just put it there. It's now added it as a task, and it's now telling me, well, this is not complete. If I go back over to my email inbox, I've got another task down here. Well, I'm going to click that, and I'm going to assign it to the Apple project. The item is now there. And by the way, this isn't just for receiving emails and then you move them into projects to manage things. You can hit the plus sign and send emails as well. Before you know it, you'll be using the Atarim email inbox to now manage the emails that are coming in for your agency or even as a freelancer, and to keep on top of all of your projects. Now when a client emails you with comments or changes, it will get added as a task and you can now either sign it off, hit complete. It might not even be a task, but at least you are going to be aware of it, and that is something important. Client A may send 10 emails today. 5 of them are tasks. 5 of them are something else. Maybe it's like a check of an invoice. Maybe they need to discuss pricing. Maybe they want to talk about SEO or anything like that. That will become a task, and anyone in your team or yourself that's working on it can now tick off to say you have dealt with it. You will never miss a task again.